Good morning once again. You're welcome to the AM Weekend Show. My name is Divine Onuoha, but I'm not here alone. I'm here with my amazing co-host, Ogochukwu Ossai.
Good morning.
Lady in orange.
And lady in pink.
Yeah, we're both looking really colorful. How you doing?
I'm fine. How was your week?
Fine.
No, we don't see you again except on
You
Saturday.
mustn't do this on the show.
No, I'm just...
You don't have to do this on the show.
It's a different thing that
we talk almost all the time.
We do, but it's different from, seeing you
Come
within
to my
the
house,
week.
you see me in my house.
Okay.
How you
Open
doing?
invitation. I'm fine.
Well, did you have any highlights of your week? So far?
I have, at least today is TEDx, so we can listen to.
Yes, that's true.
That's the highlight of the week.
Not like we're ever, dressed badly, but today we're looking TEDx.
We are looking exactly TEDx-ish, yes. So, it's important sometimes, hear these people talk, see people that have gone this route and, learn from them. I think it's a very good initiative, and I am looking forward to a lot of things that we're going to uncover on this particular, TEDx speech today.
Okay, I'm also looking forward to them. But talking about TEDx now, talking about programs like that you have people come share their experiences, come and inspire you with their life's journey and a lot of things, their knowledge, their bank of wisdom and all of that. We've heard talks about this thing, how people can be motivation, so, and we've heard we see situations where people complain. I've personally heard people complain that, no, I'm not going, I beg, make I make money, make I sit down for house, better make I go my own shop. So it really begs the question, is it that these things are not really impacting people's lives? Because it's one thing to hear, if we're to both look into I don't know about you though, but if I look into my life's journey, there are times where if I go for events like that and they're talking to me about something, and, I'm so charged up. I'm so motivated. Why have I not started my tech journey? All manner of things begin to come to my mind. But the moment I step out, reality dawns on me. Not like I don't want to do it, but where am I supposed to start right now?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to begin? What am I supposed to do? What's my first step? After jotting all those things down. So if I am not tactical enough, if I am not determined enough, I may never really make a move from there. What the question now is it that these talks are just too much, or is it that people are just not taking action?
I understand exactly where you're coming from, and I also share the same sentiment. Because, to be honest with you, too much talk. You don't talk, too much, especially for this year. We've heard a lot from Enugu Tech Fest now. But the problem is that there is no mentorship at the end of it. There is no community at the end of it. I mean, when you talk to people, when you hear those speech, see somebody, I started with 10 naira, now I have this, I have that, all those kind of things. It makes you see yourself like, I definitely, so this person did this, I can actually do it. It gives you that motivation. It gives you, it makes you see beyond your environment and your limitations, which is very, very important as people who are growing, and especially as people who do not have people around them that have actually achieved these milestones. So when you see these conversations, when you listen to these conversations, it helps you a lot. But the problem is, at the end of the day, those motivations go. It takes discipline and commitment to actually keep up. And for someone who is completely confused that came to that conversation just to listen and learn, without having a proper mentorship program after that TEDx speech or TEDx or any kind of conversation, without having any community that helped them build up, it's as good as, at the end of the day. One, because I covered the Enugu Tech Fest, I want to use that as an example. So some of the times, at the end of the conversation, when we talked to some youths that came, they were like, they expected a kind of community at the end of the day, not just talks, you understand? So these conversations are very important to be had. But another thing is that there are young persons that are there, and they are there because they don't know where to start from. Now, you have talked to them, they are seeing that there is possibilities in this thing. It's important to hold their hands as well. So, but the problem we have is we always end at the talking. The holding hands are where we don't usually get up to. So it's important to, as we make rooms for conversations, we also should make rooms for guiding, so that these people after talking to them, yes, now they join a community where knowledge are being shared, where opportunities are being shared, where scholarships are being shared. Now, for example, I might want to start product management, but I don't know where to start from. Somebody will say you can start with your phone. How do I start with my phone? Use ChatGPT. You use ChatGPT. You Google. You listen to stories or talks on YouTube. But at the end of the day, it's not as the same as someone telling you, look at the update. Or yeah, this is the app you use on your phone. This is where you start from. This is where you start from. So if we're able to inculcate that guiding step at the end of every conversation we have, at the end of every program, every speech, it is going to help us, to get better and, make sure that we manifest every other thing that we've had conversations around.
I truly, personally, I really support what you're saying. This is not specific to any particular, it's not specific to TEDx, it's not specific to any particular event. It's just an observation that most events should take note of, that while it is important to talk about some of these things, while it's important to inspire young people through talking to them, it's also proper to do a follow-up after them, a mentorship, and also something very important, which is something I appreciate about Tech Fest. They ensured to empower people. They did a couple of things to empower people. I heard some people got certain gifts that really helped them. So there are things like that, opportunities here and there so that people can be encouraged. But I mean, big ups to everybody making that bold move to gather people and talk. It's not even easy. You see that talking? It's not easy.
You have to prepare for it.
It's not easy. And those things are very important when you sit down and you hear it. And then it's important to mention, like I said, there are still people that if they go there, that talk is just enough for them. Once they hear that talk, it's enough that they've gotten all the money, all the encouragement, everything that they need. Well, yeah, it's very important that we do all these things. Away from that, please, let's talk about something. Nka Lounge is coming up. Nka Lounge is coming up. And Nka Lounge has always been something an event I look forward to a lot. Afia TV is doing such an amazing job. And who are we bringing this time?
So we're bringing the beautiful, the amazing, the best, the voice. Her voice is just so beautiful. We are bringing Chit-Chat on Nka Lounge of August. This Friday, the coming Friday, she's going to be here live and direct, and you don't want to miss it. She's going to serenade us. I am actually a huge fan of her. I remember, from secondary school, actually, some of the stories. I think I knew her from Take Me Home of Nanny Boy stories. So yeah, that's where I actually knew her. But she's one of the beautiful persons from the Southeast. Her voice is so beautiful, so amazing. And she's going to be serenading us. The whole floor is hers on Friday, the last Friday of August. So you don't have to miss it. It's by 8 p.m. on Friday. So you have to be here. It's 6 days from now, actually. You have to tune in live, or you can stream on YouTube as well to make sure you participate and be part of this. Enjoy yourself. 1 good hour of full enjoyment, amazing songs, serenading us, and I am looking so forward to it, honestly.
I really love how this place lights up whenever it's in Nka Lounge. Here
it's
just
a
looks
different
like a big stage.
It's a different feeling.
This set just transforms entirely, and getting to meet with these people, getting to see them live performing is such a wonderful experience that you do not want to miss. But away from Nka Lounge now, I have another gist, please. Very important. It's about Toke Makinwa. Okay, not necessarily about her, but of course it's about her. It's about her. Somehow. So of course we know that she announced her pregnancy, and it's been a talk online. The whole media is talking about it. Some people having positive thoughts about it, and other people negative thoughts about it. I even watched one video today, and this guy was saying that, I don't know how true it is, but he said in the video that she had first advocated for women to not get married at all, and then she now said women can marry and become second wives, and now she's pregnant. So, but that one is not even as serious as other things that we have heard concerning the pregnancy. A lot of people, the likes of Solomon Buchi, have come out to condemn her, because when she came, she attributed everything to God. She said she had told God that she wanted to have a baby, before 40, and God did it a few months after she turned 40. So we hear people say stuff like, we're happy for your baby, we're happy that you got what you want, but do not put God into it. Yesterday I saw another video of a woman telling her that it is not God. God cannot give you a baby that is outside marriage. And I'm just here. The only question I can ask, and I want to seek your opinion.
And I'm now the one you're asking the only question.
No. I'm just gathering opinions, so I have my own.
Okay, you gather more.
So the question is, so where is the baby from?
First of all, people evolve. I mean, the knowledge you have now is not the knowledge you had like 3-5 years ago. There are things you said can never be me that are now you to an extent, right? It mustn't be bad things, actually. So people evolve. With your exposure, you begin to learn. I mean, for people like her that has mic close to them, they can always say things they want to say, but as time goes on, they can actually change. It doesn't mean that if she had an opinion last year where she said people should not get married, and this year she felt like she changed and, saw some things that felt like she wants to, it's right to get married, and she says it's her cup of tea. But away from that, that's not even what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, first of all, I understand the place of, as a Christian, I understand the place of where they are coming from, saying she should not involve God in this. But what's life without God? In as much as God's main plan for every child is to be born into a family. Even Jesus Christ was born into a family. It's not like he cannot be born outside family, but God made sure that structure was there for him to be born into a family, right? It is very important that you have a child in a family. But then again, it was her desire to have a child, and she talked to God about it. She did everything she did, her story, whatever, and she got the child. We all know there's no other person that gives child except God. So, but the thing is, I want to factor in the whole conversation of, she should not attribute, where I would say, where Solomon Buchi said she should not say it was a promise to God or something like that. She said something about, promising God and asking God for something and it happened.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, it was God that helped her throughout the pregnancy of not having issues up until when she revealed it. It is still God's mercy. So we as Christians should understand there is place for grace and there is place for mercy. So in as much as it might not be the right way or the standard, but there is still grace.
Okay.
It's been grace. It's been God's mercy carrying her through it. So I think people should not throw it away. And I feel like maybe that's exactly what she's acknowledging, God's mercy and God's grace. But basically, we are not going to take away the fact that it is God's structure that every child is born into a family. So
well, I share the same opinion with you. I was actually, like I said, I was gathering opinions. So I was thinking you might have something different. I mean, so that we'll just, talk about it. But now this is now somehow because you're sharing. Because personally, I think that in as much as we all have our opinions, people have different opinions. And in as much as we have our, the way our conduct should be as Christians and all of that, when I hear certain people talk, I feel like they undermine the sovereignty of God. I feel like they greatly undermine it because there's no way in the world she would have gotten pregnant if God did not agree. That's something people need to understand. It's fine that, yes, she may have done what she did, whatever it is, people are not considering, it may not have even been... there are different ways to get pregnant nowadays. So people are not really even considering all of that, and I don't want to consider it. But what I'm saying is, just like you said, it's God that gives you. Look at it from another angle. I saw this comment that really broke me. This guy came under one of those posts and said that, so we now that our parents, so me now that was born into a family without a father, me now that my mother got pregnant outside.
So what are we doing?
So we are not,
we are not just sensitive. It's so bad.
I saw comments. I was broken. I was shaken by those comments. So people now and you know how we say,
does it mean that God has forsaken them? God will not do anything with them. God will not walk through them.
No, they are not even from God. That's what they are saying. They are
abandon them because they do not come from the right, standard.
When a woman gets pregnant out of wedlock, you encourage her to keep the baby. This baby might become a president. This baby might... And we say, and it's the double standard for me. We'll tell the person that it's still God that gave you this child. Keep this baby. You don't know what this baby will do for you. Nobody thinks about the fact that he must have been through this or through that it happened. You're encouraging her, keep the baby, keep the baby. So now we're seeing another scenario that probably played out whichever way. And mind you, someone might say that Toke Makinwa decided to do it. These other people were raped. There are people who were not raped. There are people who, out of their foolishness or out of their mistakes or one thing or the other, they got themselves pregnant. They got themselves in that situation. When we encourage them, we tell them, God gave you the child, keep the child. And now we're seeing another situation. And
we're saying that it's not God. What I know is that we should not, in as much as the truth is the truth, there is a structure, there is a standard as Christians, which is
yes,
clear,
as believers.
But we should not forget about the mercy and the grace of God. There's no way you can do life without, even when you don't believe in God. Even if you say you don't believe in God, everything you do is about God, because he's the one that created life. He's the one that created heavens and earth. So if you feel like you don't want to acknowledge him, it's your problem. He will still do what he wants to do. He said that it's he who is going to have mercy on us, who is going to have mercy. It's not of he that runneth or willeth. Let's not go into the Bible before I start to preach.
Ogochukwu has taken us.
So we should also acknowledge the mercies of God. And I don't think it's a bad thing to, ascribe that to God and say that, it's God's help, it's God's mercies, by his mercy that I'm here having this child. I mean, it's
I'll just say
bad.
that I think on a final note, I'll just say people should there are things you don't have to talk
about.
Your opinion does
keep it to yourself. This cheap mic thing is just a problem.
Just be quiet.
It
doesn't matter how whoever. Congratulate them and pass.
Even if you don't want to congratulate, pass.
You are not God. You are not the judge. You don't even know what happened. You don't know someone even said she might be secretly married. We don't even know. So just say your congratulations. You don't know how your words affect people. And I think we've had a very good sermon on this Chit-Chat segment. Up next on the AM Weekend Show is our newspaper review. We'll be right back.